What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Respect the Game. My name is Edward, named after a great man. Shout out to my pops and my mama as well as my grandmother for helping raise me too. Please make sure you go follow at EMAXStats for all your up-to-date high school, pro, and collegiate sports coverage. Will not disappoint. We'll keep you up to date. Have had a probably much needed break as hard as we was working last year. This is our first episode to start off the new year. And what better way to kick off the new year finally with our episode than having everybody in the building, us being at full strength? What is a podcast without your brother?
Man, Shine Hard Izzo, man, a follower of Christ, um, son, potentially soon to be father. But nah, man, we haven't did this so long, bro. I forgot the introduction to my
Yeah,
to my
that's
little
what I
intro, bro. And I really wanted
say.
to switch it up. So,
Yeah.
you know, here my Lord send me. I'm gonna get biblical with these takes today. And digital wallet, man, prize picks going up. We going crazy. We going absolutely ape nuts. Pause.
Well, it is the host with the most that blows the most smoke, Black Piece, the rap plug, the hip hop plug. You already know, aka Rastadamus. Man, be sure to go tap into Talking Smoke, of course, on Apple podcast, Spotify, anywhere you get your dope podcast from, man. You already know what time it is, man. Rastadamus is definitely in effect nowadays. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. So getting to
Hey,
the
yo, what's
shit.
good? If a nigga do this shit again, I'ma fuck him up. You already know.
Hey, I did it on purpose for
I know
old
you
time's sake.
did. I know you did. I know you did. I love it. I love it. That's how we started off 26 people. Welcome back. Respect the Game podcast. You already know who it is. The one and only. So that's just Xavier Miles. And for 26, we're doing something totally different. Fuck a Instagram, fuck a Twitter for me. You can probably catch me on TikTok, but I'm mainly gonna be on YouTube. The Sedacious Show. That's all you gotta go look up. Go to
Talk
YouTube,
heavy.
the
Talk
Sedacious
heavy.
Show. We there. We taking our talents to YouTube, and I'll take the YouTube videos, cut them up, and put them on TikTok, and you might catch them on TikTok. But all the trash, y'all can have the trash. I'm good. The Sedation Show. Go check me out. Also, YouTube Respect the Game podcast. Go like, go subscribe. Please share. Um, on behalf of me and my brothers, thank you so much for rocking with us this far. And let's go. 26, baby.
Yeah, no, talk heavy. That's exciting. That's Sedacious show. Mate, I'm gonna definitely tap in. I'm gonna go tap in for sure.
Oh yeah, buddy. I'm gonna be raw and
The Adventures of
transparent.
Shine
And
Hard Izzo and friends coming soon to a
fuck
digital
yeah.
platform near you.
Yeah, you gotta get it. Really, bro, me and Darnell should have had a YouTube show like a long time ago.
We were a YouTube show before YouTube shows, but
Yeah, bro.
we ain't gonna do all that. Everybody does that. Everybody says that. So we ain't
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
Soldier Boy. Nigga said we was YouTube before YouTube, nigga.
Oh nah, man. To start off the year, we didn't really get. Well, not even really. We didn't get in any playoff NFL playoff takes and recapping and all of that. But we're here. Super Bowl is this week. Seahawks versus the New England Patriots. I just want to go out on a limb right now to say that anybody who considers themselves a Texans fan, if you still have the stomach to watch this Super Bowl, you are not a true Texans fan.
I don't have it. I thought you said you're gonna turn into a Seahawk fan for about 3 hours. That's exactly what I'm gonna be.
Yeah,
Because
man. I didn't even watch the NFC or AFC championship games. Like I was that like in turmoil. Like I couldn't stomach to watch
Oh,
any NFL. Like knowing that all it took the Patriots was 10 points to get to the Super Bowl. That yeah. So if you a Texans fan and you could watch the Super Bowl this year, I don't really think you're a true Texan. You should still be hurt. I'm still licking my wounds. Um,
but you should be
Man, I
proud
feel
too,
like
though, because that defense did their damn thing.
all
man,
for what? All for
man,
what? All
all
for
for
what?
you know what I think happened, dog. CJ Stroud with the whole little Amber Rose thing, bro. When you a child of the Most High God, bro, God holds you to a different standard, bro. Yeah, walk with me for a second. Not saying they did anything fallacious or anything, extracurricular, but I, I'll just say, with CJ, if you're a Texas fan, CJ cut his dreads today, so hopefully that's a signaling of a fresh start and him just leaving some stuff that just don't need to be, within 26 and 27. So, man, although it's gonna be a hard watch for the Super Bowl, you know, to hear the Texans and the Texans star players like, Azeez Al-Shaair, Nico Collins, who's always been a big, supporter of CJ, Kamari Lassiter, Derek Stingley, coming out, publicly with, praise and support. I think that'll go far. I think that'll go far for team morale. And then just overall, just picking up, somebody who quite literally, CJ Stroud had his worst game of his career. I'm talking high school, collegiate, and professional. Like, so I that's completely an anomaly. I don't even see him having a 3-pick game ever again in the NFL. I'll go out on a limb and say that if he do, we'll revisit it. But I said all that to say, man, still believe, man. I still believe. I believe.
Hey, PJ over there agreeing with you too.
No, y'all can hear him.
Oh yeah, man. I told you, man. Nah, real talk.
I was say his voice didn't carry since last time he was on the pod. He was probably maybe like 2 months last
But
time.
say that mic won't pick up a clap, but it'll pick up nephew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My boy was back there talking shit, Isaac. Talking shit, Uncle Ike. Uncle Rizzo, I hear you.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, I think the Texans shouldn't be mad at nobody except for CJ Stroud at the end of the day. You shouldn't be not even mad. You shouldn't be upset with the Patriots. You shouldn't be upset with the Texans. You be upset with CJ, man. He didn't show up when he needed to show up. And at the end of the day, man, I agree with the idea that CJ owes us a Super Bowl because we were going to beat the Denver Broncos. There's no way around it. And all it took, it even takes CJ being great, and that's what irritated me mostly about it. It just took him just showing up and just doing the bare minimum and not messing up. Doing the bare minimum and not messing up would have won us the game. Kyrie Fairbairn would have won us the game if he just didn't mess up. I feel like he went away from a lot of his go-tos as a rookie, which is throwing the ball away. This is
I
not
agree
in a
with that.
situation where you need to put everything at risk and throw the ball in harm's way. You're down by one possession.
I agree with that.
80% of that game. There's no reason for you to do that. So I said all that to say, I don't think looking at the Super Bowl as a Texans fan should make you less of a like you watching the Super Bowl should make you less of a Texans fan. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the Patriots beating us. It's not about the Texans losing. It's about CJ not showing up. So at the end of the day, man, enjoy your Super Bowl, man. Cheer for who you're going to cheer for. Because I know I'm going to cheer for, coincidentally, the Patriots, sadly. I'm a Drake May fan. I've been there since day one. I'm not about to stop today.
Yeah, no wonder why you telling people to enjoy the Super Bowl. You sound like a nigga who's a Drake May fan.
And for the record, folks, when that game happened, I kept my mouth shut. I just watched the game. And honestly, CJ played so bad, I became biased. I had no other choice but to say, come on, Texans. I wanted to watch the game and just say, hey, I love both of these teams. One's the hometown team. One is led by one of my favorite quarterbacks. It's not my favorite quarterback. I just want to watch a good game. And it got so bad from a perspective of how CJ was playing. I had no other choice but to root for the Texans in the moment. I wasn't gonna choose nobody. But how bad he played,
damn, nigga, we ain't begging for no fans. If you ain't want to root for him, nigga, then don't root for him.
No, but you see a person playing so bad, especially when you know that.
I get it, brother, but faith of a mustard seed, man. If you gonna rock. But if not, hey.
Hey, man. Hey, that's how I looked at it. Let's say this. If the Patriots would have got, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would not have switched and said, come on, Patriots. I'd be like, no, Texas won. My heart is with the Texans. I just so happen to like the Patriots. It's a fan's worst nightmare. Your hometown team versus your favorite team.
By the way, Luka didn't get back in the fourth quarter and hooked the taco by one. So there's that.
Continues.
I literally just looked at my phone as it went from 0-0-0 to final. Gut wrenching. But that I don't. You have anything to add about the Houston Texans dashes, or should we just?
Nah, I just thought it was hilarious that Dardell called that man Kyrie.
Shout
I
out
just
to DeMarcus Lawrence.
Whoa. Hey, I can't.
He a troll.
yeah, I was trying to keep it, and I'm like, yo, I thought he was trolling. I'm like, wait. I'm like,
Hey, man. Boy sounded like a prophet these days. Start calling that boy
my nigga said Kyrie could have won the game for us. I'm like,
what's Donald Lawrence quiet name?
I definitely didn't catch that.
I'm still standing.
Hey, Nations. I was so convinced. I was like, that is his name. That's his name.
I was like, God. Yeah, I was like, yeah, nah. That's funny. But I love Black Pieces, so I ain't want to stop.
Oh, that's cool.
Stop the wisdom.
I didn't even know. That's perfect.
I was like, I can't speak.
But nah, man.
I root for the Texans in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, I think the defense showed their ass. And that's it. That's really all I can say.
Yeah. We know Black Peace is riding with the Patriots. Patriots, Seahawks, Super Bowl. Who do y'all got, and do y'all think it's gonna be close or not?
We were just talking about this. I'm gonna go Seahawks just strictly off the back of I genuinely do not want the Patriots to win, bro. I cannot stomach Drake May winning a championship before CJ Stroud. I cannot stomach Stephon Diggs leaving us in free agency. Everybody thinking he going to go get a money grab in the last big contract with the Patriots, and he actually bet on himself and won and got to the Super Bowl.
Diggs to the Super Bowl before Josh Allen?
Didn't have that on my bingo card. And while Josh Allen crying on podiums and getting sympathy from everybody and their mama about how he just did so much, and Dan Orlovsky coming on live TV and saying the lineman's got to jump on a live football when this nigga literally rolls the football backwards 15 yards and blame the lineman on not jumping on it. When you got things like that transpiring, it's really fucking hard to try to root for that or root for somebody who's gone up against that, bro. So I'm just so Texans through and through, dog. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks for the Super Bowl. I just think the defense is ready. I love McDonald as a head coach. That year, the Ravens had that historic defense when they went to the AFC Championship game. He has brought that same type of intensity along with player development over there to Seattle, man, and they're just flying around. And I think I really think JSN will come up big. Clint Kubiak will, I think, scheme up some really good plays. Sam Darnold hasn't really choked that much throughout the playoffs, and I thought he would. So it's a pleasant surprise. And I can say that being that the Seahawks are an NFC team, but yeah, man, I got to root for the Seahawks. I can't do nothing with the Patriots right now, bro. Ever, probably. I'm one of them.
Who you got, Dacius?
I got the Seahawks. Simply because of JSN. I'm a receiver guy, and I felt like him and Puka was kind of duking it out, and he bested him last game. So I'm like, yeah, no. And me, I typically always ride NFC all the way out, pause, because the Cowboys are NFC. So whoever beat them, and then who beat them, and who beat them, and then I'm typically, unless there's a dog that I have in a fight, which I don't hear, so it's just NFC. Now, I do. It would be cool for Drake May to win, for Darnell to still be that roster diamonds that he's always been. That'll be cool, right? Like for someone like no one to see the second coming of what could be Tom Brady, and Darnell been a Drake fan since back when. That'll be cool, but no, I want JSN. I want JSN to get it, and it looks like this is like a second coming of Sam Darnold too.
What
So
would you say, second coming, or just a continuation of where he left off when he left Minnesota? Realistically,
that is true. That
because
is true too.
he's played some elite ball for 2
You
years
gave
straight.
this boy Jay Jettis, and then you give him JSN. It's just like quarterback heaven.
Nah, for sure, most definitely. Something I do respect. Breaking news: Isaiah Collier, point guard for the Utah Jazz, backup point guard for Utah Jazz. If you know ball, you really know. 22 assists tonight.
22.
A legendary performance.
A legendary performance.
Shout out to Collier.
that's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Isaiah Collier.
Had rebound assists.
Me too.
If I say shout out to Matt to Discord.
Right, yeah, shout out to Matt.
Yeah, when he ain't being a hoe. Sensitive ass man.
So I got the Seahawks too. Here's why I got the Seahawks. I think, with respect to Mike Vrabel and that defense, I think on the offensive side of the ball, being led by Drake May has not in any way, shape, or form played great in these playoffs. I think their luck is going to run out in terms of you get a anomaly performance from CJ Stroud that we hope that'll never happen again in his career. So, and even in that game with those 5 picks, we still had a chance to win that game.
Yep.
Which goes to speak to Drake. This man gave y'all 5 your defense gave you 5 turnovers, including the pick 6, and it was still like y'all still didn't run away with the game, right? Then you get the Achilles tear, or the ankle injury to Bo Nix. They was only able to muster up 7 points. So you, Drake May, only needed to put your team in a position to win, to get 10 points. Against this Seahawks defense, I think Drake May is going to finally be tested. And I think, while I do think Drake May is a really good quarterback, I think he should have been tested long before the Super Bowl. And because he's not going to really get punched in the mouth until the Super Bowl, I think we're going to see the effects of that with the Seahawks being able to continue click.
I think the Texans revealed something though, bro. I think the Texans.
No, they had a cakewalk. They had a cakewalk schedule, man. Patriots ain't for real. I don't care what nobody says.
I think the Texans revealed that. Hold up now. Maybe, just maybe.
Bro, if CJ just turn it over maybe 3 times, we get out of that game with a dub. Like, or he keeps the 5, he gets 4 interceptions, or he has 5 picks, just one of them ain't a pick 6. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I healed from this. I haven't healed yet.
Bro, I know, right? but no, like, I think the luck, I'll tip my hat to you not playing down to the competition with the weak schedule. That says a lot that you're able to handle your business.
I think that's good coaching. Shout out to Vrabel.
We are salute to Mike Vrabel. So, like, salute on that. But, bro, the look that they've been given in these playoffs, I think it finally runs out in this Super Bowl matchup. And it's like, again, Drake May has only had to give you 13, whatever this 24, 27 points versus the Texans did, but that's with 5 picks. And then he only had to give you 10 points versus the Broncos. Is he going to be able to shoot it out against that defense? See?
He had Diggs tearing up off 5 catches for 17 yards. Like, get the fuck out of here, bum.
Do you see Drake May shredding the Seahawks defense for like 35 points, 28 points?
No, absolutely not.
No. And they defense for real.
Because I just think they're not going to be able to run the ball on that Seattle defense at all. Ramondre Stevenson,
that's
nothing.
dead.
Henderson, dead. So guess what that means? That means you're going to have to win one-on-one on the outside. And I love Witherspoon. And I'm going to shout out a fellow UTSA alum, Tariq Woolen, honorable 4.2, 40 ran within the combine. Come on, man. I just think that Seahawks defense is they'll be coached up, they'll be ready, and I think they'll be too much for Drake May come that Super Bowl Sunday.
I give credence to I'm blanking on his name. Running back, not Stevenson, Henderson. Mm-hmm. I give credence to him to be able to break one or possibly in the flats create, you know what I'm saying? Create off those behind the line of scrimmage passes. But Ramondre Stevenson, that's dead. You can break one. I got respect for Henderson. He could possibly break one, but I agree with you in totality.
You're talking about coming out the flat and getting a dink.
Yeah. But
if you watch the Seahawks, bro, they don't really give up dink and dunk.
But in totality, I agree with you. That run game is dead. Outside of Henderson possibly breaking for one.
So Drake May gonna have to throw that mug 40 times in hopes that they can win. And I think that's a recipe playing into Seattle hands.
325 yards.
You guys believe in Sam.
Drake made pass attempts. Take it over.
Y'all say y'all believe in Sam Darnold?
I say 325. They go 250. Take it over on 250 yards.
I think we should believe in Sam Darnold, Black Piece.
Y'all believe in Sam Darnold?
Why shouldn't we, bro?
Nigga, you believe in Drake? Drake made.
I don't call him that. That's Big Draco. I don't know.
Call his name Big Draco, man.
That's Draco.
Wipe your mouth off, dog. Come on, man.
No, that's the corny one. I don't mess with that nickname. That's some weird stuff. It's Draco, but
this nigga first and last name is weird.
It's like load up
his first and last
name. It's like load up the Draco.
Nigga say I don't know, man. Shit's just weird.
Man,
the nigga name is just weird.
I think people are focusing more on the Drake May thing, but it's a little bit more on, is Sam Darnold going to be able to play against that defense as well? Will he be able to put up a number against that defense as well? That defense has showed up as well. We cannot forget that.
I think they find a way, bro. Like JSN has been unstoppable, and I don't see how he. Like I know you're gonna go to Gonzalez, but they've been finding a way to dial it up for this dude.
I would say Clint Kubiak has definitely called some great games, but let's give it to JSN too. This was his breaking out. This was his coming out party. You know, This was his breakout season to show the league like, hey, I'm one of those. I'm one of those guys. I'm a potential perennial top 5 guy.
He that Njigba?
Because the only reason I don't want to give him number 1,
he's the best receiver in the league right now.
He had the best receiver season this year, so he had the best wide receiver season.
Number 2.
I don't believe that he's the best receiver in the league, but I do believe he had the best season for a wide receiver this year. I can definitively
Who would you put over him? Not to take the conversation over. Sorry.
I think Justin Jefferson with somebody with half an arm. If you look up, he still went over 1,000 yards with what they call him in Minnesota. 9. I don't even want to say his name.
You know what? I do need to put some respect on Jamar Chase though.
McCarthy number 9.
That's why I say so. I have a few players above JSN in regards to wide receiver. I'm gonna take Jamar Chase.
I gotta go look at JSN and Jamar Chase.
I'm gonna take Jettas. I'm gonna take Justin Jefferson over JSN right now, and then for my money personally, I'm gonna take Puka too. I just contested catch routes, being schemed open. Long speed,
seem
short
like he got
speed.
a little bit more of a dog in him.
He got that dog in him, bro. He getting up in your face
like some Hawaii type shit. Some
that Polynesian, you know, that polycentric type of, anger, flair, attitude, mean streak to him, I would definitively, I'd say definitively take two of those guys over JSN. Puka kind of barely getting my vote for number 3, and then I got JSN as a strong 4 as it currently stands today. And I'm only doing that because I think a lot of that is due to Clint Kubiak being able to scheme JSN open.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think you look at Justin Jefferson, man, this dude has had to endure horse shit after horse shit. And he's still giving you 1,000 yards every year.
Yeah.
I can't frown on that.
You have anything to add on the behalf of why you think schematically why you believe the Patriots could win the Super Bowl, Black Peace, outside of you being a young Draco fan, big Draco fan?
They have a lot of options to go to. It's not just through the air. It's not just through the ground. It's not just, it's also a little bit of experience from Vrabel as well. It's a combination. It's not just Drake. Drake's the head of the monster. That's the thing about it. He's the face of it. He leads them to the situation where they can be able to be as great as they are. When it comes to the pressure of it, he's going to make that run. He's going to make that pass. He's going to do whatever it takes to propel them. And I think that with the smoke and mirrors around Drake, it lets the other players around him be explosive. It lets Boutte be explosive. It lets Hollins be explosive. It lets Diggs be explosive. You really can't lock in on one or two players on that offense because he's going to find somebody who's going to be able to break out. And that's applause to the quarterback, knowing your players. Who else does that? The best quarterbacks do that. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. That's what they do. They're not going to just say, oh, I got my number one. I got Diggs. That's one we'll go to. No. Diggs, Hollins, Boutte. I got Henderson. I can figure out something with. It ain't even got to be a dump off. So that's how I look at it. That's one thing I've noticed with the Patriots. It's once you think you stop them one way, they're going to figure out another way to try to beat you. And that's hard to beat. I feel like the Rams this year, they were a little bit one-sided through the air. I feel like their run game could have been a little bit stronger. I think it was good. It was good, but I feel like it could have been a lot stronger than what it was. I feel like who else did the Seahawks? The San Francisco they just kept getting hurt. I think they just didn't get a solid chance. They was on the injury bug. I'm not taking that away from those teams necessarily. It's just like this is a full-blown, healthy, optional team they have to go up against, and I think it's going to be a lot more than them to handle. Also, I just don't think Sam Darnold's going to be able to if you put him on the ground and you give him enough interceptions on this big of a stage, I don't think he's going to be able to recover just like that. I don't think he's going to be able to do what he did the last game and a half. Like maybe to just get away with it. It's like I think he's going to crumble.
I want to point out Drake may have 4 fumbles and also threw a couple picks as well. So as
stop him getting the win, yeah, absolutely.
Drake May has been carried by the defense in this playoffs.
The only thing that got him that win is 3 syllables: C.J. Stroud.
Absolutely, that game. Yes. Okay,
yeah. So he's not just this. He's not just this champion of a guy that's just.
You want to get some of the best defenses in years, and everybody knows it.
It doesn't matter. He hasn't played great.
Even before that, even the game before that. I mean,
I'm even the podcast up. And I'm gonna ride with the Patriots just because.
Why?
Appreciate you, bro. Screw it. Appreciate you.
Oh my God! You didn't let.
Nigga say, I ain't throwing for you. I was throwing for A&T.
I'm gonna ride with Big Draco.
Man, don't let Darnell convert you, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna see because what they still owe them. No. The Seahawks still owe the Pats, and I'm gonna say that they don't get their lick back from when old buddy intercepted the ball on the 1 yard.
Oh my God!
They're counting on Sam Darnold to resurrect their rematch.
Huh?
You have shitted on Sam Darnold one too many times today, and I think Sam Darnold deserves a little bit more respect.
Isaac, check this out though. He's not praising Drake May's ability. He's preying on Sam Darnold to play bad enough for Drake May to pull out a win.
Which is crazy because the same praise he given to Drake May is actually due to Sam Darnold and the exact opposite situation in regards to, hey, we're waiting on this. No, I'm actually waiting on Drake May to actually Drake May it up so he can get us.
I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on Drake May to actually arrive at the playoffs. That's what I'm waiting on.
Telling you
is it crazy to expect Sam Darnold to do worse than C.J. Stroud?
No.
Okay. Because I think Clint Kubiak is a brilliant offensive mind who and first off, the Seahawks have a better offensive line than the Texans. Let's start there. It starts in the trenches, right? I believe Coach McDonald's first couple picks were D-line and O-line for the Seattle Seahawks once he was, named the head coach. So you kind of see where his philosophy lies, right? You want to win inside out. And yeah, man. I think Drake May is going to show us that he's Drake May, and that he's just not ready yet. I don't believe that they belong in the Super Bowl. I'm like on some Kanye West shit in the Grammys when I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, Beyonce should have. Yeah, man, Texans.
Hey,
I'm on it.
I'm gonna say it. Look at what Tom Brady was doing in his early career. Was he wasn't all that magnificent early in his career, but he found a way to get
you lost me.
Mess it up.
Bro, Tom Brady had great defenses to carry him.
I do not believe Drake May is Tom Brady. And I believe that's what you more so alluded.
I'm just saying that's a certain situation that falls in there. I'm not saying he's Tom Brady. For the record, audience, I'm not saying that he's Tom Brady. I'm not
and I'm also I just want to clarify, we can move on. I'm not saying nor do I think like Drake May is like trash. No, Drake May is a really good quarterback. And I think if he does prove you right, it'll be with his legs more than it is with his arms.
I believe that.
That's fine. I've never praised him as a certain attribute. I just say he's a great quarterback. I like the guy. So there you go.
Yeah, man. But yeah, there you have it. Me, Sean Izzo, we got the Seahawks. Black Peace, Converted Dacious. They got Drake May and the New England Patriots.
With the Pats. Let's go.
Appreciate you. Come on, let's do it.
America!
Crossing over to the NBA. This week is the trade deadline coming up. Is Thursday, February 5th. But before we get to the trade deadline, a team that I have told Darnell that I was like, yo, bro, they look kind of scary. Like, well, I'm not scary, but like I think they could be a sleeper team this year with how they playing. That being the 76ers. And the 76ers world kind of got rocked when Paul George got suspended for 25 games due to PED enhanced substances that he claims has been being used for him to help with his mental health over the years and depression and so forth. But when I seen this news drop, it didn't even register to me that he had previously had like that 32-point game. When I seen the news had dropped
for 40, that 40-point game, and I'm like, oh man.
I feel like what gave him away was that windmill dunk he did a couple of days back in warm-ups. When I seen that, and then I seen the news that he got tested and it came out that he gonna get suspended or he tested positive, I was just like, that windmill dunk gave you away. Maybe the 30-point game was icing on the cake, but I think the windmill dunk is 40. I think that windmill dunk is what catapulted it for them. But like, I ain't seen you look like that in a while, bro. Like, you got a windmill, 360. You all of a sudden,
bruh. Dylan Brooks was on stream with the streamer Neon. Who's actually from Houston? Shout out to him.
He is.
Yeah, he is. And he was just like, man, I kind of knew something was up, man. He was like, man, Paul George was moving like he was 3 years ago. He was just like, man, that nigga ain't been doing that shit all year. Then you just go for 40 out of nowhere. He said he knew something was up.
Yeah, bro. So, yeah, yeah, PG. Yeah, I think that
Prescription P.
prescription P is
Sheesh.
crazy. Prescription P is crazy. Um, does this like bury the 76ers now, do y'all think? Or do y'all think that 25? I think that 25 game suspension ain't gonna have him. I think he gonna come back worse than he was before mentally, if that's what's
Oh
been
yeah,
wrong
and he's
with him.
gonna, and this is gonna, man. You want to talk about top 3 worst contracts in the league? Probably the worst contract because you paid him like a superstar.
Superstar. You played him like a max
You
franchise.
paid him 200 million, and Paul George like, bro, somebody out here gave me 200 mil with me being out of my prime, definitively, like
And I know
a
money
couple
don't
years.
solve all problems, but we gave you 200 million.
But
You still battling
man,
with depression. Like
yeah,
what's
come
good?
on, bro. Like, don't try to hit us with the mental health and try to garner sympathy because it's just like, come on, Paul. You ain't even rushed to the podcast to clear it up, but you know what I mean? Like it just
Yeah.
look. Cause soon as you get back on that podcast, you're gonna have to talk about it. You can't not dance.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
I would argue I don't think the part is coming back, bro. I would argue that, not listen to maybe he retires, but I don't think he's going to continue to pod in season. Maybe in the
Nah, I ain't talking
summertime,
about in
maybe,
season for
but
sure. He can't do it
He
in
got hit
season
on
no
one
more for real.
episode.
I really think the pod is. I would bet more so on the pod being done till he retire. I don't see why he even subjects himself to like being back on the airwaves when he don't have to be, especially after something like this.
Man, whenever he go back to him, they gonna fry him. So it's better to get in front of it now,
Get it out the
so
way.
it can be done died down by the time
That's
summer
what I'm
hit.
saying.
But you postponing it, that shit gonna hit like a fresh wave of heat as soon as the summer start, and
We
then
ain't
that's
really trying to hear what you got to say then.
yeah. Then it's just gonna be a tailspin of nigga. You wash, you suck. You just took PEDs, nigga, because you ain't it no more, and you not that nigga, and it's clearly obvious.
Yep. Indiana was the best we was going to get out of you.
Man, I still remember when Joe Ingles gave him a mean 20 some 30 piece 2017.
Yeah, man. So talking about the trade deadline, today we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes, but talking about the trade deadline today, the Memphis Grizzlies, they continue to blow up their team as they got rid of Jaren Jackson Jr., sending him to the Utah Jazz. It was like maybe 2 years ago they got rid of Dylan Brooks. Then this past offseason they got rid of Desmond Bain. Now Jaren Jackson Jr. is gone, and obviously the last domino to fall will be Ja at some point. Um, I just said it. Sorry. Wait. Yeah, so Memphis will receive 3 first-round picks along with Walton Clayton Jr., who I love from Florida. Unfortunately, beat the Houston Cougars in the national championship last year. They was like got a lot of.
Random. Do you think the Grizzlies will be an all-time team in 2K in 5 years? That Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson, John Moran team. Gotta be, right? I mean, you had some playoff success, you know.
I don't think did they get out the first round.
I hope so.
Shout out your Kodak. I honestly, if you all time team, like I go back to Grind City and give it to Zach Randolph and Rudy Gay and you know what I'm saying, Tony Allen. Like I would give it to them before
I
I
ain't
give
gonna
it to
lie,
this John
you are
Morant team.
actually right. Zebo, Marc Gasol, Rudy Gay, that was an actual squad.
Yeah,
Yep.
like and they was a fun team to play
TH,
with
Tony
on
Allen.
They
2K at
had they
that.
had they had Mayo too, right?
And then you got Mike Conley in his prime.
Like, come on, bro. Yeah, I'll take that team over this currently. this new era team.
I'm just saying it would be a crazy 2K
Bro,
team.
Rudy Gay was unstoppable on 2K.
He was a strong 87 overall, man. I remember the days.
Strong 87 overall, yeah. And if you knew what you was doing, he practically was 99. If you knew what you was doing.
Facts. Honorable mention to Danny Granger on 2K14.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The green.
Hey, slept on. I feel like a slept on 2K player was Brandon Roy.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people like, you know, he's not really talked about in the conversation, but Brandon Roy 2K.
Oh yeah.
Something serious.
Baron Davis between live 03 and 05, just a complete baller.
Oh yeah.
Explosive at the point.
VC live 04.
Especially Baron Davis in live 2003 was just extremely different. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Back to the trade details for the Memphis Grizzlies. Like I said, Memphis, they're going to receive 3 first-round draft picks along with the rookie guard, Walter Clayton Jr., who I really love, as well as Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, and George Niang. The Jazz are going to get Jock Landale, John Concher, and Vince Williams Jr., along with Jaren Jackson. The Utah Jazz kind of stacked making that move, getting because they was able to keep Laurie. You know what I'm saying? You got Walker Kessler still. Obviously, you know, Keontae George, he been balling, having a great year. Ace Bailey. Talking about peace, he think they could be I forget how you said it, but obviously a team to be reckoned with, like maybe next year, if not within the next 2 years. Because like I feel maybe next year, and I feel like with how stacked they are making this trade for Jaren Jackson Jr., I feel like they still got a roster full of tradable assets to keep building. So I wouldn't be surprised if they made some offseason moves. I'm not sure what Laurie marketing contract looks like in terms of free agency. But good move overall, I think, for the Utah Jazz. And again, the Memphis Grizzlies, they are steadily blowing up their.
I was gonna say, and if y'all wondering why Utah is being so aggressive now, y'all have to remember Danny Ainge is the president of basketball operations now over there, who was once previously the GM for the Celtics. So Jazz are not to be trifled with, man. They are the real deal. They got some real leadership over there, some real organizational structure. So
and Danny Ainge has success with the Celtics, by the way.
Oh, don't I know?
Yeah, both as a player and in the office, in the front office. But the trade that is true, they labeled this as a blockbuster trade. They should be ashamed of themselves. Like, it's a good trade for Utah, but like, I ain't considering Jaren Jackson Jr. and no trade as a blockbuster. But that's neither here nor there. Now, what is a true blockbuster trade is James Harden being traded from the Clippers for Darius Garland. Yeah, James Harden being traded to the Cavaliers in exchange for Darius Garland. We was talking about this before the pod started. I think this pretty much solidifies LeBron James going back to Cleveland to finish off his career. I think this trade has everything to do with making sure they are an appealing team for LeBron James, and he has a team to play with, and has a team to play with for a chance to win a chip, as opposed to him just coming back home just to come back home. You get Braun, he's a free agent at the end of this season. Braun is shopping around. Obviously, you got the headlines with Jeannie Buss, he's ungrateful, yada, yada, yada. So their relationship there could seem to be like rupturing, if not already completely torn, right? And then, like, I think it's a great situation, right? You got James Harden, who's your ball handler. You got Donovan Mitchell, who's obviously you don't have to like want him to go get a bucket. He gonna go get a bucket for you. I think the dynamics, obviously, as well as Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, I think the dynamics of that puts you in a position where people have been crying all along with the Lakers are like, oh, Bron don't got to do a lot. Like, this is the perfect team assembled for Bron not to have to do a lot, and having James Harden, and Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, like, Bron, come on, like, we getting the team ready for you. So I think obviously, Bron and, James Harden, they got, got a relationship and everything like that there. And so I'm curious if we'll know behind closed doors after they've retired if there's a conversation to be had between Braun and James to be like, hey, bro, like, I'm out of here at the end of the year and I'm headed back home. So if you can get out of Cleveland or if you can get out of LA, if they don't want to pay you, shit, hey, I'll meet you in Cleveland in a year. If that happened to be a conversation, I would love to know. But like I say, my first initial thought when I seen James Harden was going to Cleveland, I was just like, oh, they setting this up for Braun next season. That's all this means. Like this, like, yes, it's still a good team with James Harden. It's an upgrade for sure from Darius Garland. So there's championship potential maybe for them to make a run. But everything to do with Braun getting ready to come back home with this trade, in my opinion.
I echo those sentiments 100%, man. Darius Garland has obviously been injured a lot this year, and I think all of this is more so a setup for LeBron James to have a final homecoming to potentially either have one or two, seasons left before he hangs it up. So, one more run at it in your hometown. I like the storybook ending.
I say 2 years, but if they happen to win it next year, he retires and doesn't come back for that second year.
Yeah, I wouldn't come back at all. Yeah.
That's what I think. I think he signs for 2, and if we win it in the first year, adios. Adios. And like, what better send off is that? Like, oh, imagine LeBron James a game 7 in Cleveland for the championship next year. And it was written. And it was written. But yeah, no, that's really all I got on James Harden going to Cleveland. I just wonder how premeditated it may possibly be between him and LeBron James. Now, are we still? I haven't cared about the Cleveland Cavaliers in the past. Never, like even last year when they was the number 1 seed, it was never felt like they was threatened. Should we still feel that way about them with the addition of James Harden, considering his playoff history? Or should we look at them to be like this is a new Cavs to get a threat?
They're a threat.
They're a threat now? Okay.
They're a threat. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I didn't want to say too much. I want if this is a setup that you calling, I want you and Isaac to be able to have that on your own if that comes into fruition later on. But for right now, how I'm seeing this is like, oh no, these niggas is trying to compete. Now that could be, and that'll be cool, but no.
I agree with that though, Dacius. I was telling E-Mac, I'm like, hey, it could be a this year move as well to go be competitive in a very wide open East, and it could also, be a next year move too. So be interesting to see how it plays out. Harden's assist totals about to be lit with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen in the pick and roll, bro.
Oh my God.
Literally lit.
Yeah, bro. Like literally first game.
I can see Jared Allen paid again.
If they can get the system clicking, because you can always stick good players together and it don't work out. But if they can get their system clicking and what their identity is going to be with him, yeah, they can make a run.
I'm not impressed.
Not
impressed. Talk.
James Harden is one injury away from the being back in the position where it's on James Harden's shoulders again. And once again, he's not going to be able to do it. Said it again last year, said the year before. I've been saying it for years. Okay, he's one injury away. If Donovan Mitchell stays healthy, I think they can make it all the way to the championship, to be honest. But that's all that matters if he stays healthy. I know.
Who do you
Hey,
think Donovan
man.
Mitchell is, though, bro? Like, because honestly, we've given a lot of passes to Donovan Mitchell over the years, and he's had some awesome Utah Jazz team because people forget, like, the Jazz wasn't a competitive team. Like, the Jazz were consistently, a perennial playoff team, led by Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. I'm old enough to still remember that, and him not being able to get over that proverbial hump of him not being clutch. So you put two guys together that potentially aren't clutch, and then with LeBron James, a pass first guy, to top it off, pause for next year to kind of cap off that roster. I mean, I don't know, man, because Evan Mobley ain't that. You looking for him to be this dog, this leading scorer down in the post and, shoot the occasional three. Man, that dude is the best 17 and 8 you ever seen in your life. But I just don't think it gets better with him. And I think they've hit a peak already. I don't really believe in Cleveland, man.
I'll do you one better. They're one playoff series away. Because it ain't got to be for the whole season, like, all on James Harden. I'm just saying one playoff season where Donovan Mitchell can't play 4 games, and they're not going to do it. I don't think he can carry him 4 games.
I'm telling you, even if he there, he will find a way to shrink in 2 or 3 of those games, and James Harden will do him one better and probably shrink in 3 or 4 of those.
7? An elimination game? Pass the first round?
Brother, it may not even get to an elimination game. And if it does get to an elimination game, we all know what we can expect.
Where they sitting at right now?
Goods.
EMAC stats.
What'd you say, Dacia?
Where Cleveland sitting at right now?
Cleveland right now is they're the 5th seed. They tied between 4th and 5th seed with the Toronto Raptors. They both 30 and 21, so I guess that means Toronto owns the tiebreaker right now. But they're a 5th seed at 30 and 21.
Okay. We'll see. They stay away from that play-in tournament. They all right.
Yeah. Hey, Darnell, you said they injury away from having to depend on James Harden. Did I hear you
They're
right?
a sprained ankle away from being eliminated from the playoffs. That's what I mean. A mild sprained ankle. Something he can get hurt and come back the next series. So if they're putting all that pressure back on him, he's not going to be able to do it. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it. Especially if it's from the beginning. Now, you may get away with it if it's around game 4, something happens, finish it off. He probably can do it. But I do not give him no chance in hell if it's a beginning of a series and something happens, some lingering injury happens to Donovan Mitchell for him to pull it off.
And like James Harden is like thrusted into having to be like a 1 or 2 option. Because like the picking order would be, I guess, Mitchell, Mobley, Harden, Jarrett.
Are you expecting Mr. Lights Too Bright to be the number 3 option?
I ain't going to be. You know what, bro? I said this. I went on record saying this, and I think I should stand by it until LeBron gets there next year. I'll never believe in the Cleveland Cavaliers as long as Jared Allen is on their team. Mr. Lights is too. It literally said, "Oh man, I don't know. I guess the lights was too bright for." Bro, I don't know if I commented this, but there was a picture posted of his wedding, and I don't remember if I like posted it, but in my brain I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if the lights was too bright at his wedding.
You literally have a team full of people who actually think the lights are bright. You have a whole starting lineup of players
who recently just said that.
I just said it. I know that for sure.
Somebody recently said that. Was it Anthony Richardson when he did the tap on the helmet? Somebody recently said something similar to that. Lights was too bright for us. Oh, Jalen Green. That's why we got his ass up out of here. That's who said that recently.
Good riddance.
That's how I look at it, man.
Stop
I'm like,
nails,
James Harden's the lights too bright for him. The lights too bright for Donovan Mitchell, but at the same time, though, given the right support system, he can handle. I think the lights too bright for him when he's by himself.
I mean, but like for like D Mitch, like was his like best second option like Joe Ingles or Rudy Gobert?
respectfully. But that's what I'm saying. Like he's the
It was
light
Mike
bright.
Conley.
It's like he's trying to carry a team, but not everybody can do that. Only a few chosen few can do that. But that's his only lights too bright moment. He has the most respectable one out of the three.
We'll see, because him and Jamal Murray went at it in the bubble.
Yeah. Nah, man, feels good to be back, man. This is a great episode, man. Yeah, all the listeners and watchers out there, if you're looking for a pod home, a place that you could come to help you get through your daily commute, maybe your workout, place.
Are the parts of you, oh my brother.
Yo, we gotta lay a track and just have it playing in the background. Yeah, man. But if you're looking for a pod home, man, we ask that, and no pressure. If you just want to join this pod home, like I say, as we help you get through your daily commute, help you get through your workout or whatever you got going on, just want to listen to some great, insightful, hot takes, get some great information about the beautiful sports world. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, man. And if you hit that subscribe button and you feel like, dang, that's not enough, I need to do more, hit the like button. And then if you hit the like button and you hit the subscribe button and you just really overwhelmed and like you just feel it in your spirit of like, yo, this is a pod home where I should reside, go ahead and share it. Go ahead and share this episode with a friend and tell that friend to come back here and we could do this all again. So, love you, beautiful people. Thank y'all for tuning in. We don't take it for granted. First episode of the year. Definitely looking forward to coming before y'all consistently, nonstop this year. Having another great year with the pod. See you, beautiful people, next week.
The doors of the pod are open.